Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. It is Friday, the 26th of January. This is officially the end of the fourth week of the first quarter. Let's quickly take a look at where we are, where we're going, and what's happening for next week. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that there's certain stocks I've been carrying over from the week before, but let's go of our positions at the moment. First on the list, we have Comcast. Now, Comcast has a nice little jump in the past 2 days, but you know what? I really don't care. I just want my 1%, and I want to move forward. Okay, so Comcast, the last 30 days, let's zoom into this right here, as you can see that, right there we go. 30 days ago today, Comcast opened up at 44. It had a 30-day bottom at 42.08, and guess what? We had a 30-day top yesterday. We're challenging that top again today. We haven't quite made it there. Yesterday's top was 46.34. Today, top was 46.30. Yeah, just a little bit off, but where's my position? My position with Comcast is I bought 43.85. I sold someone the right to buy it from me at 43.50, which means come Monday, I'm no longer going to have Comcast. But here's the thing. On Monday, I collected $1.11 for the premium for someone to buy it from me at 43.50, thus making my more than 1% from Comcast for this week. I'm happy with my position, even though it did jump up. And then that's a question I get a lot. What happens if your stock goes up? You miss out on that escalation. Yeah, I do, but that's not my objective. My objective is safe, secure, predictable, and consistent 1% return. And Comcast gave me more than 1% this week. Next one on the list, Capital One Finance. Now, Capital One Finance, that was even better. Look at the jump that made today. Holy cow. All right. Anyway, let's take a look at the numbers. Capital One Finance, 30 days ago, let's say the 26th of December, right there we go. Okay, the 26th of December, Capital One Finance opened up at 129.74. Now, the 30-day bottom was 123.23. Now, the 30-day top, you guessed it, that was today. So guess what all right, wait a minute, the top was 139.48. So what do you think is going to happen on Monday? You know, you heard me say it over and over again, 30-day high, more than likely you're going to get profit taking. Great opportunities if you know how to handle that kind of information. All right, so where am I with Capital One Finance? Well, I've been featuring Capital One Finance on my blog for the last 3 or 4 days. It's given me 2.5. Excuse me. Capital One has given me 2.5% return for the week. Yeah, the stock did jump up. Let me tell you where I am. I bought Capital One at 130.65 in this particular account. I do have it in 3 accounts, but I only share 2 of them with you guys. Okay, so I bought it on Monday at 130.65. I sold the right to someone to buy it from me for $131, and I got $3.30. So I made 2.5% on that, and I made another 45 cents per share with the difference between the purchase price and the strike price. So I had 45 cents to that 330. Let me break out my calculator really quick. I'm going to add the 45-cent difference to the $3.30 premium that I collected, and then I'm going to divide it by the purchase price. Which was my purchase price? Hold on a second. Because I bought it at 130.65. Okay, so I'm going to divide this by 130.65. And this is going to be my rate of return for this week on Capital One Finance. Okay, people always ask me, how can you possibly get that kind of returns? Well, I give these examples, and people can listen to them or not. Capital One Finance gave me 2.8% return just for this week. Thank you very much, Capital One. All right, next on the list is Ford. Ford doesn't have its dividend coming up, but I buy it anyway because it's one of those companies I throw money at whenever I have money sitting around, because I believe in not letting money just sit around. Okay, so on the 26th, which was the day after Christmas, last year, 30 days ago today, Ford was at the 30-day high. So what happens on a 30-day high? You get profit taken. Exactly what happened. It dropped down to 1163. It went back up again. That's that retracement effect you have coming in. Okay, from there she dropped to a new 30-day bottom, and that was on the 19th, which was last Friday. So you get a 30-day high, most likely you're going to profit taking, stock goes down. Okay, when the stock drops at a 30-day bottom, after it stops and turns around, starts going back up again, you have escalation, which is exactly what happened. The 30-day bottom was the 19th, last Friday. That was 1083. We're sitting at 1138 at this moment. Not huge movement up, but hey, it ain't a profit till you take it. And profit is profit no matter how big or how small. So where am I with Ford? Ford, I jumped in at 1148. I sold some of the rights to buy it from me at 1150. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to take all my Ford and bring it into next week and do the exact same thing over again. All right. Next is General Motors. General Motors. Here we go. The 26th General Motors a month ago today was opened up at 3602. Okay, fine. Now the 30-day high for General Motors was 3685. Now you have 30-day high. Most likely you're going to get profit taking. That's exactly what happened. Okay, profit taking all the way up to the 18th and 19th of last week. And then when you have a 30-day bottom, you're going to have escalation again or retracement. Exactly what happened. And then it was profit taking again. Now we're sitting at 3526. So where am I with General Motors? Okay, I bought General Motors at 3627. Okay, I sold off the rights for someone to buy it from me at 3650. That's going to expire worthless also. So I'm going to take General Motors into next week. Do I mind? No, because it continuously gives me cash flow. Not as high as I'd like it to be, but it's General Motors. They've been in business for over 100 years. Really don't care. Okay? Cash flow is cash flow. Okay, and my average is 1%. So I got 2.5% from Capital One Finance. I didn't get 1% from Ford or General Motors, but it kind of evens out. Okay, but it all evens out in the long run. Morgan Stanley, let's take a look at the last 30 days for Morgan Stanley. 30 days ago today, we're sitting at 92.61. Okay, we got a 30-day high on the first day of the trading year, which was January 2nd. Now, that's the high. What happens when you get a 30-day high? You get profit taking. That's exactly what happened. A little bit of profit taking, some retracement, and then you had more profit taken, and it drops to a new bottom, which was the 19th, which was Friday. Okay, and then that was 83.20. Okay, so you have a new 30-day bottom, so you're going to have accumulation again. So it starts going back up again. Exactly what happened. So now we're at 88.04, and for Morgan Stanley, I bought it at 86.87. Now, I made a mistake, and I do make mistakes, okay? I sold someone the right to buy it from me for 87 next week. So I collected the premium. I collected a 1% premium, but for 2 weeks, not one. So it's like, yes, it does happen. I do make mistakes once in a while, and that's my mistake. I can't have no one to blame but myself. All right, next, we're looking at Clorox, CLX. Now, I jumped into Clorox also last week. Now, let's look at the 26th of December. Here we go, right there. 30 days ago today, Clorox opened up at 141.08. Basically went sideways, okay, escalated to this new high on the 17th of January. That was last week. Okay, that was 145.44. Okay, 30-day high, profit taking. Exactly what happened again. Profit taking brought us to, what was that, the 24th, which was the other day. Okay, and that bottom was 139.05, and we the people have spoken. Clorox is way too low, so we jumped in. Now we're sitting at 144. So my trade for Clorox was 142.86. I sold someone the right to buy it from me at 143. Okay, now I bought Clorox last week. They have their EX date next week, so I'm not going to collect the dividend because I'm getting called out this week. I sold off to 143. Okay, so I'm going to get the difference between the purchase price, 142.86, and the strike price, 143, which is an additional 14 cents. We add that to the premium that I collected, and it's still just a little bit short of 1%. But we did collect 1% last week. Okay, so it all evens out in the long run. Okay, Capital One Finance, and I already went over that one. And Macy's is the last one we're looking at, and we'll be done. Then we're going to look into what's coming up next week. All right, Macy's, where are we? Where are we? The 26. There it is, 26th of December. Now, a month ago today, Macy's was at a quadruple high. Quadruple high. That's what you call resistance. It's just not going to go past that. I'm going to read these numbers to you. You ready? 2039, 2038, 2040, 2038. Oh, it looks like 2040 seems to be the resistance. Doesn't seem to go past that 2040. Okay, so from there, you got your profit taken, a little bit of retracement, and then more profit taken. It finds its bottom on the 19th, which was last Friday. That was 1714. Okay, now a 30-day bottom, escalation up to the top again, and 1884 is where we're sitting. Okay, now where am I with Macy's? Macy's, I bought it at 2032, so it looks like I'm going to hold on to it for a while because I don't see it hitting 20 again for quite a while. I don't mind. I just keep on collecting premiums on it. Like, thank you very much. So that's all the positions that I have. Let's see what we have coming up for next week. Okay, now we're going to take a look, the market watch, and we're going to take a look. The very first look we always take a look at is the Dividend Kings. Now, next week is the 5th week of January. Okay, that's the 29th, the 30th, 31st, and then the 1st and 2nd of February. So now we want to go 2 weeks past that. So we want to look at the week of the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Okay, we have some nice ones for you. Check it out. We have Target, Johnson & Johnson, EMI, which is Emerson, 3M, and PPG Corporation. That is just the Dividend Kings. Okay, those are powerhouses. Gotta love those. Okay, let's see what old Warren Buffett has on his list. He has, I always gotta pull this one up because it's a weird name. HP, which is Heineken Payne, Kroger, at Chevron, and UPS. Okay, those are the ones I'm going to give you right now. I'm going to wrap it up. That's what we have to look for. Now, I believe the numbers will be in tomorrow to find out exactly what we did. I'm happy. I'm excited about that, and I look forward to next week. You guys have a great day, and I will see you next episode.